I've learned that the best revenge isn't quick, it's calculated. You thought you could play me, but I've rewritten the rules of the game. They'll call me cruel, but they've forgotten who threw the first stone. The betrayal wasn't the end of my story. It was the prologue to theirs. You thought I'd let it go, but I never forget the nights I cried over your lies. The truth is like a knife, and I'll let it cut through the fabric of your lies. They underestimated the power of a broken heart until it became their undoing. What you did last summer was just the beginning of the tale. The ending will be mine to write. They called me weak for loving you, but they'll see strength when I make you pay for breaking me. You thought last summer's lies would fade with the seasons, but I've held onto every one, and now it's your turn to face them. The betrayal you buried in the past has bloomed into a garden of consequences, and I'm the gardener. What you destroyed in me, I've rebuilt stronger, sharper, and now you'll feel the edge of what you've created. Last summer, you planted seeds of deceit. This year, you'll harvest a crop of regret. You thought I'd stay quiet, but silence is a weapon, and I've been sharpening it for months. The truth you tried to hide in shadows is now my sword, and I'm ready to wield it. Last summer, you played your game. This summer, I'm rewriting the rules, and you won't like how it ends. I've turned your lies into my armor, your betrayal into my weapon. You won't recognize the person I've become. What you did last summer changed me forever. Now it's my turn to change your world. You thought you'd won when you broke me, but the real victory is mine, and it's just beginning. The pain you caused me was your choice. The justice you'll face now is mine. I've carried the weight of last summer's betrayal, and now I'm ready to let it crush you instead. You built your house on lies, and I've been patiently gathering the winds to blow it all down. Last summer, I lost myself in your deceit. This summer, you'll lose everything to my truth. You'll regret the day you thought I'd forgive, because I've learned that some scars demand retribution. The lies you told were daggers, and I've been pulling them out, one by one, to sharpen for you. They say revenge isn't sweet, but they've never tasted the justice I'm about to serve you. Last summer, you stole my peace. This summer, I'm taking back what's mine, and more. You left me broken, but I've built something stronger out of the pieces, and you'll face its wrath. The time for crying over last summer is over. Now it's your turn to shed tears. Every lie you told was a thread in the web of deceit you wove. Now you're trapped in it. The betrayal you thought was forgotten has become my mission, and I won't stop until you feel what I did. Last summer, You taught me what pain feels like. This summer, I'll return the lesson. The fire you lit in me last summer still burns, and now it's ready to consume you. You underestimated the power of a broken heart. It's the most dangerous weapon I now possess. What you did last summer didn't break me. It forged me into someone you'll regret creating. You thought last summer was over, but it's just the prelude to the storm I'm bringing your way. They told me what you did last summer, and every word has fueled the fire I'll use to burn your lies. The betrayal you thought would fade with time has only grown stronger, and now it's coming for you. Last summer, I cried for you. This summer, you'll cry for what you've done. Your lies were the chains that held me down, but I've broken free, and now I'm coming for you. You treated my trust like a game last summer. This summer, the game ends, with me as the winner. You thought the truth would stay buried, but the grave you dug for it was too shallow. What you took from me last summer, I'm taking back, and I'll leave you with nothing in return. You thought last summer was your triumph, but this summer, I'll make it your downfall. You tried to silence me with betrayal, but my voice is louder than ever, and it's coming for you. The lies you whispered last summer are now shouts echoing through your life, and I'm the one amplifying them. Last summer, I lost my innocence to your games. This summer, you'll lose your peace to my vengeance. The secrets you thought would protect you have become the keys to your undoing. Last summer, you thought you broke me. This summer, you'll learn that you only made me stronger. The past doesn't stay hidden, and the pain you caused me is now the force driving your reckoning. They say revenge is best served cold, but I've been warming it for months. You made me feel small last summer. This summer, I'll show you how big my strength has grown. You left me with nothing but memories of betrayal, and now I'll leave you with the consequences of them. They thought their secrets would stay buried, but the truth has a way of crawling back to the surface, clawing its way into the light. I trusted you, and you shattered me. Now, I'll piece myself back together, but each shard will cut you in the process. Every lie you told was a brick in the wall of my anger. Now it stands tall, unshakable, and I will use it to bring you down. The weight of betrayal is heavy, but it's nothing compared to the storm I'm about to unleash on those who crossed me. They whispered behind my back, thinking I was blind, but now I see everything, and they'll wish they never spoke. I was silent when I should have screamed. Now, my silence will be the calm before their storm. The pain you caused me didn't just break my heart. It lit a fire that will burn down the lies you built your life on. They underestimated me, thinking I'd forgive and forget. But I'm neither saint nor fool. I'm the reckoning they didn't see coming. Each memory of your betrayal fuels my resolve. Every step I take brings me closer to the justice you'll never escape. You took my kindness for weakness, but kindness has its limits. Now, I'll show you the strength you didn't think I had. I was their scapegoat, their pawn, their fool. But the game has changed, and this time I hold the winning hand. Your lies were the ropes that bound me, but I've broken free. Now I'll use those same ropes to tie your fate to your sins. They smiled in my face while stabbing me in the back. Now I'll show them what it feels like to face the consequences of their actions. I spent sleepless nights wondering why they did this to me. Now they'll spend sleepless nights wondering when I'll strike. The wounds you left on my soul are healing, but the scars will remind me why I must make you feel the same pain. Revenge isn't about hate, it's about balance. You tipped the scale, and now I'll bring it back to even on my terms. They called it a mistake, but I know it was a choice. And choices have consequences, ones they can't outrun. The summer heat wasn't the only thing burning that night. Your betrayal set a fire inside me, one that will consume you. Forgiveness was never an option. Not after what you did. Not after what I know now. I gave you my trust, and you gave me lies. Now I'll give you the truth, and it will hurt more than anything you can imagine. They told me I was too soft, too forgiving, but they'll learn the hard way that I'm anything but soft now. Your actions were calculated, deliberate. My response will be no less precise. I was the storm they didn't prepare for, the reckoning they thought they could avoid. Your betrayal was the catalyst. My vengeance will be the conclusion. They wanted me broken, shattered, and small. Instead, they've created something unstoppable. You played with fire when you toyed with my trust. Now you'll feel the burn. The time for tears is over. Now it's time for action. Every whisper of betrayal fuels the roar of my vengeance. I was blind to their deceit, but now I see clearly, and I'll make them wish I didn't. The truth is a powerful weapon, and I'm about to wield it with devastating precision. I didn't seek revenge, it found me. It whispered in my ear and told me what needed to be done. The universe has a way of balancing the scales. This time, I'm the one holding the weights. They thought I'd crumble, but instead, I became the storm that will dismantle their lies. Justice isn't always served in courtrooms. Sometimes it's served with silence and strategy. You built your castle on lies, and I'm here to tear it down brick by brick. The summer you took from me will be the summer you'll never forget. They thought I'd never find out, But secrets have a way of screaming for attention. Betrayal doesn't just hurt, it transforms. And now, I'm not the person they thought they could control. They painted me as the villain, but they'll soon see what a real villain looks like. I was their victim once, but never again. Now I'm the architect of their downfall. They called it a misunderstanding, but the truth screams louder than their excuses. I gave them my heart, and they broke it. Now, I'll show them what it feels like to be shattered. They thought they could bury the truth, but the ground they stood on was always shaky. Your betrayal was a wound, but my revenge will be a masterpiece. I waited, I watched, and now it's time for them to face what they've done. They thought they'd gotten away with it, but the shadows always hold the truth. Their lies were a spark. My vengeance is the wildfire. You didn't just hurt me, you lit a fuse. Now watch what happens when it burns to the end. I wasn't looking for vengeance, but it found me and gave me a purpose. They thought I was naive, but my silence was strategy. Now the game begins. Your betrayal didn't break me, it rebuilt me into something stronger.